Nigerian leather has been known internationally for over 1,000 years. All the tanneries were in Kano, because Kano is a mecca of this industry. This is where all over, it's not only from northern Nigeria we are getting the skins, all the sub-Saharan, the West African. This particular company was exporting around 60% of all the leather in Nigeria. We used to charter every week 2 aircrafts or 3 come to Kano airport, and we load them with the raw skins to be distributed all over Europe. Everybody was happy. A lot of people in the villages were making money because there was order.
In the 1980s, there were over 40 fully operational tanneries in Nigeria. Today, there are only 4. There were over 13 leather footwear companies between 1980 and 1986, employing over 17,000 workers. By the year 2004, that number dropped to 1 leather footwear company, employing 56 people. This is the story of the leather industry in Nigeria today.
Local industry, or what we call the local content, has to be given priority. Once you give local content priority, then you tend to generate employment. And the beneficiaries of employment are normally youth.
If more people could get skilled in the art of producing fine leather goods, really good things that can compare with anything from any part of the world. If there are more skilled people, I'm telling you, the sky is not even the limit for us, because we have the market, we have the people who understand fashion, and if we just have people who can produce more, it's a booming industry.
The few people that tell you they sell leather from Kano, the quality is not really so good. And when you ask them why, they tell you, well, this is what the people from Kano sell to them.
The leather starts out in Sokoto on the back of a goat, goes through a tannery, is semi-processed somewhat, then goes to Italy, and then comes back to Nigeria in a container and ends up in Mushi. And then we buy it.
So it's cheaper. Actually, they say it's cheaper to export it to Italy and then rebuy it. It's much cheaper than processing it here. So why? What's the problem? Why not sort that out?
The way they design the export policy is that the more you export, the more money you get.
Whenever government want to make policies, they don't involve the people who are involved inside this business.
I wouldn't want to compromise. If Nigerians are not yet there in terms of the leather, to come up with the shoes or things like that, I will not use it. No matter whatever government says on it, until we get to that particular, because I wouldn't want to lose those customers. If we are to tell them that yes, we can do it here in Nigeria, I think we should be able to increase on that the quality of our leathers here in Nigeria.
If you had invested in the mind of a youth, as in encourage them and push them forward to make things work in this country, we will have industries like China in the next 20, 30 years. As in, basically we don't produce anything here. And we that produce, they try to squash us and patronize the foreign designers and foreign products.
Nigeria is taking their money to go outside to buy shoes for their army. Is it not a disgrace?
We don't have technical training. We don't have institutions coming in to give us the technical know-how for development of the industry. Absolutely, everything has been absent.
I believe they need to invest in our production here. They need to bring most of the big machineries to produce good materials over here.
We lack skill upgrading, and as a matter of fact, we also operate in quite unconducive environment that does not give room for growth in the manufacturing system. Government has been ignorant in their policy making of the sector.
We don't have a working capital, power, energy, roads, and the materials we used to work. There's no much improvement.
What we are having today, now in Kano, we have only 4 or 5 tanneries working. I told you we had around 30.
The tannery should service us and the world as well, not just service the outside world and then we have to buy from them.
Gaskiya yaran da suke koyan waɗannan aikin ba za su lissafa ba, sai ma ka shiga kasuwa za ka yi ta ganin su suna ta zuwa suna siyan kayayyaki. Kuma yawanci su suke yin siyan kayan da kansu, su aikata da kansu su je su kai kasuwa su siyar da kansu. To ni yanzu yawanci yan uwana ne da yaro na nima in ya zo hutu tunda ba tare muke da shi ba, sai ya zo hutu yake yin aikin kuma ya iya dan yanzu haka zan fita in ban mishi da jakunkunan nan duk zai har hada su. To ganin haka su ma yan uwana suka ce tunda an yi hutun nan bari su ma su turo yaran su ma su gaggani su koya, kaga yafi zaman haka nan da za su dinga yawo.
When I first started, it was difficult to get certain colors because all the people who were selling leather in the market were men, and they didn't understand that there was a difference between robin blue and royal blue. But today, there are women in the market. So when I say I want coral and not orange, there's someone who understands what I'm talking about. That has actually added a lot of variety, vibrancy, and depth into the industry.
Authentic Sourcing Knowledge is a company that is working in collaboration with Deep Roots and other stakeholders to do some upskilling in northern Nigeria because of the crisis that the north has been experiencing, which has led to like social tension, and then the economy has been crippled as a result. So basically what we're looking to do is like an enhancement skills project, sort of. So what this entails is we bring trainers from outside the country to train some certain people in Arabuta, which is like our pilots community. So what we do is we train these trainers who go and like relay knowledge to other people in their communities. What we're doing is what they want to do is sort of like raise the standard of the leather products that are in Nigeria now to reach some like global standards so that we can compete in the global markets. So basically, in a nutshell, that's what we do. That's what we're looking to do here.
We understand that there is a problem of supply of leather into the local finished leather good sector, which makes shoes, bags, and the rest of them in Aba, Kano, and a number of other clusters across the country. So we working with the tanneries to see that leather is supplied to this industry. We know that capital, both working and investment capitals, are very difficult to come by in Nigeria. We have, through the grace of the Minister of Agriculture, have been working with NISL of the Central Bank to develop financing for the sector. And a number of banks are queuing into that. Already a plan is in place. The product is developed, is approved by the Central Bank and NISL, and we're working with the commercial bank to see how we could get the capital to the sector. Nigeria has what it takes to compete favorably with any imported product from anywhere in this country if we got it right.